Purpose Unleashed, the leadership revolution that's changing everything. Welcome to the Black CEO podcast, where we dive deep into the minds of visionary leaders who are reshaping our world. Today, we're in for a treat that's going to shake up everything you thought you knew about leadership. We're exploring insights from my recent interview with Tavetta Patterson, a trailblazing force in purpose-driven leadership. Tavetta isn't just talking the talk, she's walking the walk, leaving an indelible mark on countless lives and organizations. Her wisdom isn't just inspiring, it's downright revolutionary. Now buckle up, folks. We're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your perceptions, ignite your passion, and maybe even make you laugh a little. Because let's face it, if we can't find humor in the wild world of leadership, we're doing it wrong. Let's start with a question that might make you squirm in your seat. What if I told you that everything you've been taught about leadership is, well, not exactly wrong, but missing a crucial ingredient? An ingredient so powerful it could transform not just your career, but your entire life? I can almost hear the skeptics among you. Oh, great, you're thinking, another leadership guru with the magic formula? But hold on to your hats, because this isn't about formulas or quick fixes. This is about something far more fundamental, something that's been staring us in the face all along. Purpose. Yes, purpose. I know. You've heard the word before. It's plastered on motivational posters and sprinkled liberally through corporate mission statements. But here's the kicker. Most of us have barely scratched the surface of what true purpose-driven leadership looks like, let alone harness this transformative power. So let's dive in, shall we? Let's talk about engagement and satisfaction. We all want employees who are fired up, committed, and ready to move mountains. But here's a hard truth. You can't buy that kind of dedication with a fat paycheck or fancy perks. It comes from something deeper, something more profound. The Center for Creative Leadership conducted a fascinating study that revealed how purpose-driven leaders create a deeply committed workforce. These leaders don't just bark orders or set quotas. No, they do something far more powerful. They help their employees find personal meaning in their work. Imagine walking into an office where every single person feels like their job matters, like they're part of something bigger than themselves. Sounds like a fantasy, right? Well, buckle up, buttercup, because that's the reality of purpose-driven leadership. Let me paint you a picture. Picture a company where the CEO doesn't just talk about quarterly targets, but about how each person's work contributes to making the world a better place. Where team meetings aren't just about progress reports, but about celebrating the impact they're making. Where people don't drag themselves to work on Monday mornings, but leap out of bed, excited to tackle the day's challenges. This isn't some utopian daydream. It's happening right now in organizations led by purpose-driven leaders. These leaders articulate a clear, inspiring vision and create space for alignment between individual goals and organizational values. The result, a workforce with higher engagement, loyalty, and a shared drive toward common goals. But here's where it gets really juicy. The study found that purpose is one of the greatest predictors of whether young professionals pursue leadership positions and feel empowered to make a difference. In other words, if you want to attract and retain top talent, especially among younger generations, you need to lead with purpose. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, that's all well and good for the touchy-feely industries, but what about the cutthroat world of business? What about innovation and resilience? Oh, my friends, this is where it gets really exciting. When leaders prioritize purpose, they create an environment that inspires creativity and resilience like you wouldn't believe. It's not just about hitting targets or meeting deadlines. It's about solving problems that matter, about making a real difference in the world. Let me share a powerful example from a study by Uplifting Impact. They found that purpose-driven leaders who prioritize inclusivity, empathy, and collaboration create teams that are not just more engaged, but also more innovative and resilient. Think about it. When people feel valued, when they know their voice matters, when they're part of a team working towards a meaningful goal, that's when the magic happens. That's when people start thinking outside the box, when they're willing to take risks and persevere in the face of challenges. I once heard about a tech company that was struggling to innovate. They had all the right people, all the resources, but something was missing. The CEO decided to shake things up. Instead of focusing on beating the competition, he refocused the entire company on solving a major social problem their technology could address. Suddenly, the energy in the company shifted. People who had been going through the motions were now staying late, brainstorming ideas, collaborating across departments. Why? Because they weren't just working for a paycheck anymore. They were working to make a difference. Within a year, this company had not only solved the social problem they set out to address, but they'd also developed groundbreaking technology that put them light years ahead of their competitors. That's the power of purpose-driven leadership. But here's the real kicker. This approach doesn't just benefit the team or the organization. It transforms work into a place of shared purpose and personal investment. People aren't just clocking in and out. They're growing, learning, and finding fulfillment in what they do. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but what about the bottom line? What about profits? Well, hold on to your seats because this is where it gets really exciting. Purpose-driven leadership isn't just good for employee satisfaction and innovation. It's good for business. Full stop. A study by carizona.org found that purpose-driven leadership is reshaping the business landscape in profound ways. These leaders aren't just attracting top talent and fostering engagement. They're building customer loyalty and driving long-term success. How? By aligning business goals with a higher purpose beyond profits. Think about the brands you love, the companies you admire. Chances are they stand for something more than just making money. They have a mission, a purpose that resonates with you on a deeper level. Take a company like Patagonia, for example. They're not just selling outdoor gear, they're on a mission to save our planet. And guess what? Their commitment to environmental sustainability hasn't hurt their bottom line. It's skyrocketed their success. People aren't just buying jackets, they're buying into a purpose. Or consider a company like Tom's Shoes. Their one-for-one model, where they donate a pair of shoes for every pair sold, isn't just a marketing gimmick, it's a purpose-driven business model that's made them wildly successful while also making a tangible difference in the world. Purpose-driven leaders understand this. They know that in today's world, people want to do business with companies that share their values, that are making a positive impact on the world, and they're reaping the rewards. Wider customer bases fuel company growth and enhance career satisfaction for their employees. But here's the thing. Creating this kind of purpose-driven culture isn't easy. It requires intentional effort and daily commitment. It's not about grand gestures or lofty mission statements that gather dust on a wall. It's about embodying that purpose in every decision, every interaction, every day. It means creating an environment where everyone feels valued and has a voice. It means prioritizing diverse perspectives and fostering a powerful sense of belonging. It means aligning your actions with your core values, even when it's challenging or inconvenient. I once heard about a CEO who was faced with a tough decision. His company had the opportunity to sign a lucrative contract that would boost their profits significantly. The catch, the client's practices didn't align with the company's environmental values. It would have been easy to look the other way, to justify it as just business. But this CEO chose purpose over profit. He turned down the contract. You might think this decision would have hurt the company, but something remarkable happened. When word got out about the CEO's decision, it reinforced the company's reputation for integrity. Employees felt proud to work there. Customers felt good about supporting the brand. And in the long run, this commitment to purpose attracted even more business from like-minded clients. Now, I want to pause for a moment and speak directly to my fellow Black professionals, business leaders, and entrepreneurs. We have a unique opportunity, and I would argue a responsibility, to lead with purpose. Our communities, our business, our world needs leaders who are driven by more than just profit, who are committed to making a real, lasting difference. Think about the legacy you want to leave. Think about the impact you want to have, not just on your bottom line, but on the lives of your employees, your customers, your community. That's the power of purpose-driven leadership. So, what does this mean for you? How can you start incorporating these principles into your own leadership journey? First, take some time to reflect. What drives you? What are your core values? What kind of impact do you want to make in the world? This isn't just feel-good fluff. It's the foundation of purpose-driven leadership. Next, look at your team, your organization. Are you creating an environment where people feel valued, where they can see how their work contributes to a larger purpose? Are you fostering inclusivity and empowering diverse voices? Consider how you can align your business goals with the higher purpose. This doesn't mean abandoning profitability, far from it. It means finding ways to create value for all your stakeholders, not just shareholders. And finally, remember that this is a journey. Purpose driven leadership isn't a destination you reach and then you're done. It's a continuous process of growth, learning, and alignment. Now, I have a challenge for you. Over the next week, I want you to have a conversation with your team about purpose. Ask them what they think the organization's purpose is. Ask them how they see their work contributing to that purpose. And most importantly, listen. You might be surprised by what you hear, but don't stop there. I want you to take it a step further. Look at your business practices, your policies, your daily operations. Where can you inject more purpose? Where can you align your actions more closely with your values? It might be uncomfortable. It might even be a little scary, but that's where the magic happens. And for those of you thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm not in a leadership position, I've got news for you. Leadership isn't about titles, it's about influence, it's about the impact you make. Whether you're a CEO or an intern, you have the power to lead with purpose. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. Remember, the power of purpose isn't just about feeling good, although that's certainly a benefit. It's about creating more engaged teams, fostering innovation, building customer loyalty, and driving long term success. It's about creating businesses that don't just survive, but thrive, all while making a positive impact on the world. So let me ask you this. What's your purpose? And how will you use it to transform your leadership, your organization, and your world? As we wrap up, I want you to imagine a world where every leader, every organization was driven by a clear sense of purpose. Imagine the problems we could solve, the innovations we could create, the lives we could improve. That world isn't just a dream, it's a possibility. And it starts with you. So are you ready? Ready to lead with purpose? Ready to inspire with passion? Ready to never stop striving for greatness? The world is waiting for leaders like you to step up and make a difference. The question is, are you ready to answer the call? Remember, purpose isn't just a nice to have in leadership. It's the secret sauce, the missing link, the game changer. It's what separates the good from the great, the forgettable from the legendary. So go forth, my friends. Lead with purpose, inspire with passion, and never, ever underestimate the power of one person driven by purpose to change the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now let's go out there and shake things up.